Yeah, it's tough. It's my 20th birthday. Kind of sucked. When we come back, Wendy, as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Sorry that Jeff and I started screaming at each other about parking.
You guys have been screaming since I walked over here today.
They off forever. Landfill tells us the players he hates next, and we're going to open these phones. 800-636-1067.
Beat Mitch and Philly are presented by John Leahy and the Fine Living Group. Find out how much your home is worth in less than 30 seconds at JONSellsDMV.com.
This is Maggie Gray with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Ego, power beyond belief. The NHL playoffs are all but set, and if there was ever a time for Canada to break their 30-plus year Stanley Cup drought, this could be it. As of Tuesday morning, 4 Canadian teams have already clinched playoff spots, with Calgary and Montreal still alive for wild cards. If 6 teams make it in, that would be the most teams representing Canada since 1993. I'm Maggie Gray.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply.
Longing for connection, but not necessarily with your next-door neighbors every single day. And while you may love your neighbors, some events, birthdays, graduations, or simple family get-togethers are important connections you need. So make them special with the new fence, patio, or deck from Long Fence. Now
Spontaneous pizza cravings can happen at any moment. 7-Eleven wants you to know the signs. Does your steering wheel look like a giant pepperoni? Does rain sound more like sizzling meat? Then you may be having a spontaneous pizza craving. The cure, 7-Eleven. Because our hot, delicious slices are bigger than ever. And with 7 rewards, you can get 2 of them plus a refreshing Pepsi 20.
$88.88 now for a free confidential case review. Time may be limited, so take action today. Call 800-409-8888. Call 800-409-8888. That's 800-409-8888.
Phones weren't made to be broken, but life happens. So when your phone breaks, Verizon's got you. Get to your local Verizon store to trade in any phone in any condition, guaranteed, and get a great deal on a new 5G phone with Unlimited Ultimate.
Spring cleaning is upon us, but there's one meaningful box that you don't throw away when cleaning out your closet. It's the box filled with your family's important videotapes, film reels, and photos. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Vic Marco. We started Legacy Box over a decade ago to help families organize and update their analog media to digital.
Legacy Box is simple and easy. It works and is safe. Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box.
And Legacy Box has been featured in Good Housekeeping, The Today Show, and Rachel Ray.
Legacy Box is like magic, converting your shoebox of memories to the cloud or thumb drive, ready to watch and share.
Declutter your closet by digitizing your media. Become more organized and accomplished, knowing your family's recorded past is safe forever. Take advantage of our spring cleaning sale going on now. It's the easiest task to check off your to-do list.
For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/value to get our $9 sale. That's legacybox.com/value to get our $9 offer. legacybox.com/value.
Lowe's is the destination for Ego outdoor power equipment this spring. See what's new and exclusive, like the 17-inch string trimmer with Line IQ technology and auto feeds to save you time. And the 22-inch select cut self-propelled mowers with a multi-blade system for precise cutting. Shop Ego Days, happening now during Spring Fest at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads. You don't mess around with your engine. You got this code already taken on my watch list. Ride cool, and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the LindsayCars.com studios in the nation's capital, WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas and WPGC HD2 Morningside. From free agency to the NFL draft.
What do they need to do?
Bro, I am shocked by this. No one talks more Commanders than 106.7 The Fan.
Need help literally at every level of the defense.
They got to strike gold on the defensive line.
We aren't saying
Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan, an Odyssey Sports station.
I'm Earl Forsey, and here's what's happening. Nationals try again on the road all week. They lost last night, pounded in Pittsburgh 10-3. Pirates ace Paul Skeens scattered 3 hits, 6 strikeouts over 6 innings for the win. Nats pitching has been a disappointment. Team ERA so far 5.5 this season, worst in all of baseball. We'll have to get that thing straightened out to turn things around. Nats have dropped 3 in a row and 4 of 5. They will try again. 2nd of 4 against the Pirates in Pittsburgh tonight, 6:40 p.m. Fourth and 6th picks in the draft. They select Notre Dame's Sonia Citron, USC forward Kiki Kiriafin, and former Virginia Tech point guard Georgia Amore with their 3 first-round picks. Also, Maryland's Cheyenne Sellers taken in the 2nd round by expansion Golden State. NBA play-in tournament gets underway tonight. Hawks and Magic in the East, 7:30 p.m. in Orlando. Memphis at Golden State, the late game out west, 10 p.m. in San Francisco. Winners of those games tonight get the 7th seeds for the upcoming NBA playoffs. And the hockey season about to wrap up. Caps with 2 games to play. A couple more left over the final few days of the season. Tonight, Caps are on the road up in New York against the Islanders. 7:30 p.m. face-off on the team. 980 for the Caps tonight. And still don't know the first-round opponent. It's down to the final couple of games between either Montreal or Columbus for the second wild card. They would be the Caps' first-round opponent in the upcoming Stanley Cup playoffs. From the Crop Midcap 5 Stars Sports Desk, I'm Earl Forsey on the Fan.
It's Phoenix and Finley on 106.7 The Fan, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Finley 106.7 The Fan. I don't know if everybody's seen this, but it is high noon in the District of Columbia. These have as long as I'm gonna have mine in a moment. The Diet Cokes all have like a phrase on them now. Phrase or a name? What's up, partner? Partner? High noon in the District of Columbia. Last week, I think it was last week, Jeff did a really good job of pronouncing to the world the athletes he hates. There were a lot of wrestlers on there. He's very mad at a couple of people I couldn't remember. Jerry Seinfeld, Benetton or something. What was that guy's name?
Don Bradshaw Leafy.
Yeah, that dude. Eddie Guerrero? Is that another?
Yeah, he still. Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
he's serious about it too.
The fact that his song is "Yo, I lie, I cheat, I steal" is kind of badass. I talked at length about some Duke basketball players I have not liked over the years, but today is Lamphus. Today is James Andrew Mullins, the 10th.
Yeah, you gotta find out who
Professor Landini, who do you hate, sir?
You can find out who he loves because he don't like nobody.
That's a good point. I think he loves Jaden Daniels. The love list might be short. Art Monk.
Yeah, I have two guys on the players I love. It's Jaden Daniels and Derek Jeter. That's it.
Very good list.
That's the best list.
2 and a 5.
All right, most hated players. I got 9 here. 9 most
is this
hated
in
players.
order? Like, give me descending order effort. Like, start at 9, go to 1.
Chipper Jones, number 9.
Kind of hateable.
Yeah, he was a tool.
You know his real name is Larry?
Larry Jones.
Larry Jones is about the most nondescript name.
How did you
ever.
get Chipper?
I guess he's an upbeat fella. I don't know. Maybe he chipped his tooth as a kid. White Brian, look that up for us. Why do they call him Chipper?
Number 8, Bryce Harper.
Wow.
Why? I had him 8. I mean, he's a total tool. Then he went to the Phillies. My favorite thing about him going to the Phillies is it was hugely important that he signed the biggest contract in baseball history. And then, like a day later, somebody signed a bigger one.
Didn't Trout just get an extension or something?
Yeah, somebody got one that was massively bigger than his. That was great. Bryce Harper's 8 and not higher because he did play for the Nats and he was good while he was here, but he's still a tool. I don't like.
Bryce is complicated because I did interview him, like speak to him a few times, not a lot, but he was always like polite and cool in person. But dude, all the stuff with that dude, like how he would toss his helmet off when he was rounded second, like it didn't naturally pop off, dude. You popped it off to like show off your hair. Remember that video his brother posted of him like double hair drying for his look, and then his brother posted it and he was all pissed about it? I don't hate that inclusion, Professor.
All right, number 7, Tim Biakabatuka.
Interesting.
Why?
He did torch his kids, dude.
Number crushing them.
Hold on. Now, if you want to chime in with your most hated players, call in 800-636-1067. 800-636-1067. Or if you disagree with landfills, you can also do that. The only controversial one I would say thus far is Harper. I think there are still Harper stands in this city. Number 6.
Number 6, I'm going to go with J.D. Drew.
He was so hyped up and then kind of sucked, right?
Yeah, and he was just like an aloof moron everywhere he went.
Was that
dumb face?
He started in Philly? Or was that his brother? I think J.D. Drew was with the Cardinals for a stretch.
He was with the Cardinals. He was with the Red Sox. He was with the Braves. He played a lot of places. And I hate his face.
Kind of a dumb looker in his face.
Yeah. Dumb face.
Yeah. Cardinals, Dodgers, Red Sox. All right. Bleep you, J.D. Drew.
Number 5, I got Trot Nixon. Stupid name.
Remember him.
He was the Red Sox. I believe he was their right fielder. Stupid name.
Trot was, very baseball-y. You're also revealing your extreme seam headness. You are a baseball nerd, but you do a good job of keeping it private.
Number 4, Cole Hamels.
He was good.
He was also another total tool.
Okay. Pitcher for the Phillies is how I best remember him. All right, to recap so far. Chipper Jones, Bryce Harper, Tim Biakabatuka, J.D. Drew, Trot Nixon, Cole Hamels. 5 of your 6 people so far, all baseball players.
That's right.
All All right?
I'm a football player here.
B-I-A-K-A-B-U-T-U-K-A.
If you want, the phone lines are filling up fast. If you want to call in and tell us who you hate, 800-636-1067. 800-636-1067. All right. Landfill's top 3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Chris Sims.
Really? Okay.
Good at quarterback, and it was one of the most frustrating things imaginable when your team can't beat a guy who sucks. So it really pissed me off, and I hate him.
I like Sims. You know, by that category, isn't DeVito 2-0 against them? Or what was the Cowboys' backup? Cooper Rush?
Yeah, Cooper Rush.
I think he's 2-0 against
Isn't he
them.
Lamar's backup now, Cooper Rush?
Yes, I think that's right. He went somewhere.
Yeah.
He went somewhere. Is that helpful? I'm looking it up. Number 3, Chris Sims. I know Chris and like Chris a lot, so I can't get there with you on that.
I think B-Mitch knows number 2.
What was that?
Tiki Barber.
Nah, look, he's my friend. But if you don't like him, tell me why. I'm not gonna defend him.
He was another guy who
If you
just
defend his friend, I don't defend my friend.
dominated the Redskins every time they played. It was obnoxious as hell.
Dominated the Skins.
Yeah.
Like all those fumbling
His brother
problems.
cool as hell though.
Yeah, Rondé's cool. All those fumbling problems he had, not against Washington.
It was for like 7 years too. Just every time they played, Tiki Barber was just crushing our dreams.
Dude, Cooper Rush has started 5 games against the Skins. Is this right? Yeah. I guess they just have him listed as the Skins.
What is he?
Kind of odd to see. In 5 starts, Cooper 4-1. Cooper Rush has completed 66% of his passes for 5 touchdowns with no picks. Cooper Rush just torches him. He has 570 passing yards. I mean,
he has some running too, didn't he?
But I'm sure he did. Cooper Rush against the Skins is a run. Not much. All right, Landfill, without further ado, dude. Number 1. Do you want to give your number 1 or do you want to take a couple calls and come back here? I'm going to take number 1 here. Okay. I think I might not be the only person who works on this show with this guy's number 1. Aaron Rodgers. I was thinking of State of the Darkness. This is annoying. This is obnoxious as hell. And usually when you're playing at the MVP level, it doesn't matter as hell, but it's really good, and you just kind of gotta watch that. He sucks now. And he just won't shut up. Now, I also think when he was playing at the MVP level, all the time. Yeah, because he was busy, being good at football. I don't blame it. I think a lot of it was McAfee. And McAfee gets this extreme popularity. Rodgers is on there once a week. Then you add COVID, all of it.
No, don't give him no excuse. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. Some reaction live on Twitter. My man Ernol44 says we should try to find Pat Summerall saying Biaka Batuka back in the day. Carl Greavy says, how about Roberto Alomar? I know people hated Alomar because he spit in that up space. I always liked Alomar. One of the greatest catches I've ever seen was when Roberto Alomar was second baseman for the Blue Jays in the World Series. And he made a diving, jumping stab of a line drive. It's one of the best catches I've ever seen.
Yeah, but he's spitting in somebody's face. That person had the right to do whatever they wanted.
And throw out the game.
Throw out the game, he would have been carried out the game. They should have took a bag and beat the hell out of him.
It's a loathsome act, but I don't like Sean Taylor spitting a dude's face. Like
And I didn't like it neither.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I'm not going to defend him because he's my friend or somebody I like. Spitting somebody's face, you get what the hell you get.
All right, Big G. He's on the line. Phone lines are pulled up. Big G, who do you hate?
Pulled up.
Pulled up. I pulled up to the house.
Hello.
What's up,
What's up,
Big
Big G? What's happening?
The most players I hate, It's Charles Barkley because he cried a lot on the basketball court. Drew Pearson because he played for the Cowboys. And Troy Aikman because he played for the Cowboys.
All right, gotcha.
Hey, look, check this out, y'all. Hey, look, I was that gentleman last week that made that oopsie on the radio.
Yeah.
I want to apologize to you and B-Miss for that, man. That was unacceptable, man.
You're
and
good,
I want to
bro.
apologize to the fans too. You know what I'm saying? I'm an honest and straight up dude. But man, the Bama caught me wrong, man.
All right, that got you, man. You cool, man.
Hey, B-Miss.
You're all good.
B-Miss. And for the record, just to make sure that I'm telling you some true bills, you can holler at your boy Riley McKenzie, a good friend of mine, man.
All right.
I'm the same dude that worked at the golf course, man. Holler at your boy.
All right, brother.
Yo,
Got you, man.
does that mean you're setting us up with free golf? Make it happen,
No, I
Big
don't
G.
work there no more.
Oh, all right. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Take care. I appreciate how concerned Big G was about letting one slip. It is all good, dude.
Yeah.
Kenneth is in Annandale. What up, Kenny?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, fellas. And I really appreciated it when you guys did this segment before. I think it was about a month ago. And I got to stick with my same top three. Active players, definitely Travis Kelce. He insists upon himself. And when he bumped into Andy Reid in a kissy fit in that Super Bowl against San Fran last year, that just did it for me with him. And then, for being you, man. That's all I got.
Thank you, dude. I am not surprised Kelce makes the list.
Oh, no, he probably.
He's always kind of been an antagonist. And I think now his star is just so crazy big just because it's adjacent to Taylor Swift. I get it. I think a lot of people are kind of out on Kelce. And I think that's a big part of one of the weirdest things in the Super Bowl this year with the Eagles and the Chiefs was people were like rooting for the Eagles because they hated the Chiefs so much, which I just found mind-boggling. And to me, that was mostly Kelce driven. The people that hate Mahomes, I cannot understand that. What is there to hate about Mahomes?
The person he decided to live his life with.
Just that his wife's kind of a pain?
Yeah.
I think I hate the brother more than I hate the wife.
Well, when they come together.
Yeah, that's a big old package. Remember Bill Clinton's brother? I don't remember his name. But he was kind of just like a country drunk, I think. And like when that got out in the campaign, people were like, "Oh, don't look at his brother. Just focus on the person." I think that's what the Mahomes family needs to hire James Carville or something to write that shit. Julius is in Waldorf. What's up, Jay? Hey.
What's going on, y'all? Oh man, let's see. Most hated sports, player, whatever. NFL, Dez Bryant. He got on my last nerve. Every time he catch a touchdown, doing that, whatever, I'm like, dude, go somewhere. Sit down. You're not him. You're not that good. Another person, Albert Hainsworth. He was the most. I'm like, how are you so worthless but worth $92 million?
Just
never understood.
Lazy, worthless, and
like,
lazy.
And lazy. And then if I'm gonna go NASCAR, I'm gonna say Matt Kenseth because he dumped Jeff Gordon so many times. Every time I went to a race, he always dumped him, so I stopped going. And Brad Keselowski because he always cried so much, and he dumped Jeff Gordon too. I didn't like that.
Jeff Gordon is your favorite NASCAR guy.
Call me Jeff Gordon.
All day. That's what I grew up watching. 24 all day.
Gotcha.
And then the last one, Formula One, Fernando Alonso. All because Lewis Hamilton came into Formula One and outperformed him from day one. All the way to right now, and he still hates. And it's just like, dude, why are you hating on greatness? He's the greatest ever. So.
Didn't get close. He like,
people hate.
The NASCAR hate is real.
NASCAR is real. That might have been.
That's real. Well,
a lot of
my
people
son and my son-in-law, and my son and my daughter-in-law, they watch.
Do they?
That Formula One. And
so Willie's watching it like early Saturday mornings
tell
or
you
whatever?
every person name, who they've been with, who he used to race for. I was sitting there with, I said, look, I told my little granddad, I said, let's go take a walk, boo. Mom and your daddy geeking out right now. Let's go.
My boy John Sadler watches it with his daughter. Like, and she's, I guess she's 10, 9, and she loves it. Like, the whole family watches it Saturday mornings. It's crazy. I've watched, I think a big part of F1's success is that the Netflix show, The Drive to Survive, because it, like, humanizes the people. It's not, I can't get that into it, but I like it, and I certainly support others liking it. Lighten Up Francis on Twitter says, I loathed Ricky Waters as a kid. He would shred the skins.
Oh, yeah.
Our guy Tay Wilson says, most hated, Emmett, Aikman, Moose, Irving, Bobby Taylor, Carl Malone, Shady McCoy, Terrell Owens, Sidney Crosby, Bill Romanowski.
They basically say he hates the NFC East.
That is a strong list. The mailman catches some heat on there. Let's go out west. Let's go to Kenny in Warrenton. Kenny, who do you hate?
It's not going to be the most popular, most hated player, but when I was growing up, I hated Michael Jordan, Bill Laimbeer, current NBA player, the biggest NBA, LeBron James. Michael Jordan was always on TV, and as a Celtics fan, I just got tired of hearing about him.
Okay, I get it. You were a Celtics fan.
They changed the rules for him. He didn't win in the 80s. There's a reason he did win in the 80s.
Because your boy Laimbeer was pounding on him.
I
didn't have a team.
I'm a Celtics. He didn't win the title in the 80s because he didn't have a great team. They changed the rules after a while because this is 30 playing. I just got tired of the commercials and stuff. I just thought Magic and Bird were the.
What rule did they change?
Yeah,
that
that's
you're talking about?
And check. You can't get in Michael Jordan's personal space.
Man, Michael Jordan got beat the hell up. What are you talking about? He got beat the hell up going to the hole.
He did.
The hand check rule came in with like Iverson when they really shut that down.
Changed though for him. Because Pistons made a change. I mean, they were too brutal.
Kenny, I'm not mad at you. You're a bona fide hater, sir, and you're allowed to.
Yeah.
That's what this segment's about. But
And the other thing is, me and Jeff were talking. J-Rod. He's a loser. He's a cheater. It's a big baby.
He's definitely a big baby. Thank you for the call,
He
man.
knocked the ball out of
That was
Boston
such
Warriors' hands in the American League.
That was such a chicken bleep attempt to just smack the ball out of him. There's so many words I want to use that I'm not going to. But it was so
Every
lame.
spring training, he had a different blonde driving around. He just, he was big into that, and
All right, Kenny.
Yankees. I just
Thank you, Kenny. That was a good call. I hated A-Rod. Hating on MJ, not for me. Yeah, that's fine. Laimbeer, I get. You want to hate Bill Laimbeer, that guy. Total POS. Some good ones in the chat. Scotty G, and I think a lot of people probably feel this way, said Shador is already annoying. Why? Scotty G, but it's weird. I'm really, really curious how everything goes with Shador and Dion on the next level. TW says Kurt Schilling and Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
I didn't hate Schilling as a player. I thought it got way overhyped how he had like the bloody sock.
Yeah, the bloody sock thing looked a little weird.
He has become quite a political cartoon character, I would say, in his post-playing days. Clemens was that dude that wanted to bully you. Remember he threw the bat at Mike Piazza? That's just, I think he's just a locked-in ball player trying to intimidate the batter. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. He's cool, though.
You know who I hate? That little flea that jumped on Tom Wilson's back. Panarin.
Yeah.
I hope everybody at WFAN hears me say that.
I don't like him either.
I know Landfill is busy because I just realized we are very late. And listen, if you're on hold, stay there. Who do you hate the most? We're taking these calls. 800-636-1067.
Felix and Finley are presented by John Leahy and the Fine Living Group. Find out how much your home is worth in less than 30 seconds at JONSellsDMV.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become and how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business, powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 150 megabit internet for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get up to a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig contract. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment tax and other fees extra and subject to change.
Hey, it's Brian Mitchell here. During the NBA Play-In Tournament, FanDuel is giving all new customers a shot at $250 in bonus bets. Join FanDuel today. You'll get started with $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. From three-pointers to steals to assists, FanDuel has so many ways to bet your favorite player props. Plus, after the game tips off, you can even combine live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a chance to win big. Just visit FanDuel.com/Brian to get in on all the NBA Play-In Tournament action. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 106.7 The Fan. You have to be 21 years or older and present in Virginia. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable bonus bet, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Did you know that you could sell your home guaranteed? Hey, it's EV. And what sets Debbie, Sarah, and Reynolds, the Power Home team with Keller Williams apart from other realtors is that they know how to sell your home fast and for the most money. They do this through their proprietary marketing system and home seller programs. They're so confident in this that if your home doesn't sell, Debbie and Sarah will buy it at a price agreeable to you. That is their guarantee. Reynolds and Power Home team have over 16,711 pre-screened qualified buyers in waiting. More buyers equals more offers, which equals more money for you. Me and Jason reached out to Debbie and Sarah needing to sell their home. We got multiple offers and we're under contract by day 5 for $25,000 over asking. Holly said that it was Reynolds and Power Home team's expertise in marketing that led to the successful home sale. Results like this show why you should call Debbie, Sarah, and Reynolds and Power Home team now. 844-654-SOLD. That's 844-654-SOLD or visit DebbieAtTheBars.com.
Specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. Her daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've... Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. Stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Brought to you by Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka. Hockey, Capitals have just 2 games to go. One of them tonight on the road at the New York Islanders. 7:30 p.m. for that over in the team. 9:80 tonight. That's baseball here in the Fan. Nationals on the road all week. Pounded by Pittsburgh last night, 10-3. Nats have now dropped 3 in a row, 4 or 5. They look to get things back on track tonight. Another one in Pittsburgh for the Nats, 6:40 p.m. here on the Fan. NBA play-in tournament gets underway tonight as well. Hawks and Magic in the East, 7:30. Memphis Golden State out west, 10 p.m. Winners tonight get these 7 seeds for the upcoming NBA playoffs. There's no better drink to enjoy in the golf course than Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and real brewed iced tea. Only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. Cheers to hitting the fairway, and cheers to Surfside. It's tea time. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly. From the Crop Medcalf 5-Star Sports Desk, I'm Earl Forsey on the Fan.
It's being at Jim Finley. On 106.7 The Fan, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Yeah. Let's take them back. Coming up, I was confused. My mind kissing the girl. Confusing the girls coming up in the cold world. Daddy ain't around, probably got committed felonies. My favorite rapper used to sing, check out my melody. I wanna live good, so I sell for a 4-finger ring. One of them gold ropes. Nana told me if I pass, I get a sheepskin coat. If I can move 3 packs, I get the hat. Now that'd be dope. Tossed and turned in my sleep that night.
Phoenix 106.7 The Fan and the game. Dogs on top. I'ma shine, homie.
Be me.
Last week, Jeff shared his list with us of athletes he hated. It was great.
Yeah.
Today, we got Landfill's top 9 athletes he hated. Number 1 on the list, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, Tiki Barber. Trot Nixon made an appearance. We're giving you guys a chance. Who you mad at? Who you hate? Let's go to JR the Hater from Boston. JR, who do you hate?
Listen, you're the one who gave me that title last week. So
I mean, you're kind of a hater, dude. This is a good segment for you.
I do. I own it. So, obviously, I'm born and raised. Even though I haven't lived in D.C. for 25 years, I'm still a homer. Anyone wearing a Cowboys uniform, Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, especially those guys back in the day, took so many. Nowadays, it's more of like all the times that Crosby took away wins from the Capitals. But, like, I know you guys call me a hater, but you guys got them at the Cap weekend. And they might be, like, my number one, like, people that I hate right now. When you think about it now, Brian, would you say that you played perfectly when I was watching you growing up?
No.
No, exactly. But I would say that you played hard, you played smart. Carberry used the exact same words I did last week to you guys. He wanted his team to play hard and disciplined. You had over 1,700 touches, punt returns, kickoff returns, rushing and receiving times, and you only fumbled the ball 46 times, less than 3%. I don't want my teams to play perfect. I want them to play hard and smart / disciplined. If the Caps, the biggest team I'm going to hate are the Capitals as a whole because they are their worst enemy. The only team that can beat the Capitals right now in the East is the Capitals.
All right, my turn, JR.
All right, go ahead.
The team you hate the most right now has already locked up first place in the Eastern Conference and the 1 seed. So we maybe try to find a happy medium here.
No. I agree, but my point is they can.
We've heard your point.
Two heads.
We've heard it. We've heard it. You are heard, sir. Thank you for the call, JR, the hater from Boston.
I kind of like don't want him to be like the president, cup and all that stuff. I want him to do all that. But every time they do it, they don't go nowhere.
They're not gonna win it. I don't think.
And I'm good. I'm happy with that. JR wanted to win all that.
JR wants them to go undefeated. Hank is in Brandywine. Hank, who you hate?
Hey, man. I hate to say hate, but I being a PG boy, South PG. I played on the playground with him. I could have been a bench warmer there. He just seemed like a big whiner.
Damn.
I'm throwing that at Kevin Durant.
Hometown guy just don't care, huh?
What's that?
Just hating on the hometown guy. I mean,
I ain't hating on him, man. He just seemed like he whined and jumped. I grew up playing on the playgrounds at Gwynn Park. Was the baddest 10 state championships. People I play ball with.
All right, so Jeff, our guy Jeff Too Funny, Jeff Walker, is a proud product of Prince George's County. Our friend Hank in Brandywine says Durant just doesn't seem like a PG guy and he can't stand him.
What you mean?
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, that's strong words.
Hank,
I'm just saying, he just seems like a whiner.
Hank, everybody whined. Do you know who Terrell Owens was? Everybody whined. He was a whiner. It doesn't matter where it doesn't matter where you're from. But my boy made the smartest business decision in his career. Did his thing. Yo, how can you say Kevin Durant whined? Everybody come for KD on the internet, and you know what he say? Y'all broke. I ain't even paying attention to y'all. Like, just don't hate on our boy.
Money ain't the beginning and end. You ain't taking none of it with you, brother.
Bruh, but
anyway, that's all. We all got opinions like what.
I'm just I'm a homer. I love my hometown guys.
That's cool. I was rooting for it, but it just seemed as time went on, I'm like, damn, I don't know. It ain't just the younger generation.
So hold on. Do you feel as though LeBron James cry more than Kevin Durant?
Oh, he doesn't whine. He doesn't whine, but he's back. I mean, he's the baddest.
All right.
He's the baddest.
KD don't back it up.
He's the baddest. He's Michael Jordan, but he's the baddest.
Thank you, Hank.
I would brag that Stephen A. I think I know what the A stands for. You gotta get that.
Thank you, dude. Right. But you know what's funny is these people call in and they hate something specifically, and then as they continue, you realize who they root for and why they hate the person. Like for me, I hated Michael Irvin. When I was a kid, I remember when Darryl Green played through a broken arm in '92, and Irvin said he was going to torch him, and then Darryl shut him down the following game. Like, that was one of the happiest round-the-playoff games of my life. Let's go to Zeke in Southeast. What up, Zeke? Zeke, who you hate?
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? You don't let the people hate. Let the people hate who they want to hate. You don't have to agree with it.
I hate watch the money pile up. Good.
I know that's right. Well, I got 159 that I hate.
159 people?
Yeah, the Eagles, the Cowboys. The Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Giants.
Okay, all right, cool. I thought you were going to say a whole name.
Nah, I hate anybody in the way of us getting a championship.
I know that, brother.
But growing up, I hated Lance Stephen. He was a good player, but when he broke Joe Falco's leg, I said, okay. I started hating him from that point on. He was one of the guys that I feared him because he killed us every time he played. But when he broke the leg, man, that was it for me. So I've been a hater ever since. That's all.
Yeah. I see the play all the time.
Thank you,
man.
Zeke.
And I say he was more hurt than anybody in the play. So I don't think it was a purposely done thing.
I don't think you could But what happened to him, you couldn't purposely do.
Yeah.
Like that is, at some point, it's the universe. Man.
And you watch, man, and he started jumping up and down like, get over here.
Right.
And if he was like, that's how I never hated him.
Right.
I tell you one thing, I respect the hell out of him on the field. Though.
He could play.
Like, they say, we got speed right, you got to block LT. I'm like, what? Why can't Jake drop back and block you?
Ryan the Stoner on line 4. What's up, Ryan the Stoner?
Hello, what's up, man?
This is the perfect call for Ryan the Stoner. Hey, man, you there?
Ryan the Stone. Let's go. Hey, go to the next one.
There you are. Jonesy.
Jonesy, what's up, bro?
What up, man?
What's going on for him, man? Hey, Ryan Stone, man. he probably seeing all the whole universe right there. But it's all good. Man, my problem, and I don't hate the guy, but he makes me sick. Because when I was working up in Baltimore, this particular guy is a NASCAR driver, Jeff Gordon. Because there's no longer certain people. There's some of the coworkers that I worked around with. My next guy I'm moving to, because I always thought we had to do wrapped up when we played the Cowboys at the time, and that was very fun. They got him. No, we don't keep doing that in Sam Field. He was the score. You know what I'm saying? And he hurt us at the end of games. That's the thing. We played 3 quarters great, and the last quarter, bam. This thing just gets stronger and stronger and just break out, and it just seemed like we had nobody on our defense to stop this dude. But now there's a combo twin currently of the day, and that's Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. I don't like them. I'm sorry. They made a perfectly nasty green, and I'm sorry we had to, we put you through that B-Mix. I'm still pissed off to this day with Vinny Serrato for pretty much letting you ride up out of here and walk out of pasture, only to watch you come back here and burn yourself and a green nasty outfit wearing the dirty shirt. But I've always said welcome back home, and that's forgettable. I ain't never gonna say forgivable because it wasn't your fault.
We got it. Jonesy, it's a good call, buddy. We got to roll. Vinny Serrato should definitely be higher on this list. Bruce Allen.
I say players. Those are the right name. Well, I just got a call from my buddy with Ariane. He said he ate Grayson Allen, Troy Aikman, and Christian Lee. I think everybody around here agrees.
Yeah, dude. People are going to argue with that one. If you're on Old State, we're going to get through as many calls as we can. It's my understanding that if the owner on the line, we'll definitely get to that. But B, is it Jim Smith? At your house? So, Jim had to come to my house today. I wasn't home. Lauren's not home.
Oh, you had to go.
You know what we did? Now, Lauren doesn't let me have access to the app because she thinks I'll do something stupid. So she has the app. So Lauren, at her office, was able to open the garage door at the house so my man Jim could get in.
There you go.
You know how dope that is? That's what the folks at Door Pro America have done for me with my new garage door. The app is called the MyQ app. My wife has it. I do not, but she does. And you can open your garage door wherever you are. So if somebody has to go by the house, you can just open the garage door for them and let them in. It is a game changer, man. You don't have to worry. You know how stupid it is to leave keys under your mat in the year 2025? Stop leaving keys under your mat. Get a new garage door, and you can open that thing remotely from Guadalajara, for all I know. Whatever you need. If you need the MyQ technology to open your door, or you just need some repairs, some maintenance, call Door Pro America, man. These guys are experts. They helped us narrow down the options on our new door and give us a great recommendation. They're based locally. They've been doing this for over 50 years. And I'm telling you, the app is a game changer. Call today and ask if you can save $60 on a repair or $150 on a new garage door. Call 877-DOOR-PRO. That's 877-DOOR-PRO. Tell them JP Finley sent you, or you can check out the website, doorproamerica.com.
Phoenix and Philly are presented by John Leahy and the Fine Living Group. Find out how much your home is worth in less than 30 seconds at JONSellsDMV.com. Drive home with Grant and Danny.
I
I am a little surprised that he had a Tom Wilson file. I kind of want to double click on that.
I think when you move to DC and you're a professional athlete, they just hand you a binder filled with information, need to knows.
Okay.
Like you got to go to Ben's Chili Bowl one time. The hottest athlete is Tom Wilson. Everyone loves the football team that hasn't won in 30 some years. I mean, what you do with the information's up to you. I think you read the information.
Grant and Danny. Now weekday afternoons from 2 to 6:30.
Find seafood savings at Whole Foods Market. Get 20% off sustainable wild-caught fresh halibut fillets with Prime through April 15th. Make a veggie-packed rice bowl with this light, flaky fish as your protein. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity. So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. Wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Through June 23rd, get 400 megabit Xfinity Internet with free equipment and unlimited internet data. Plus, get one unlimited 5G mobile line included, all for $40 a month for 1 year. And ask how you can get a free 5G phone. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply with typically spelling and autopay restored by account. Xfinity Internet required. Taxes, fees extra. After 1 year, rated.
To search for the best deal. Mervis Diamond imports direct from the mines, cutting out the grain. Quality is exceptional and so are our prices. And that's why Mervis Diamond is the only smart choice. We're proud to be the diamond dealer and let all of us take on ourselves. No one else has the selection and value which makes Mervis famous. You'll see more diamonds in every size and every shape than you'd ever imagined in your wildest dreams. So when you're ready, compare around town and then come to us last. The Mervis Advantage will convince you that Mervis Diamonds is the only choice. That's why we sell more diamonds in 1 week than many other stores sell in a year. Diamonds are all we do, so we do it right. Someday, all diamonds will be sold the Mervis way. Mervis Diamond Importers. Mervis has more diamonds, much better quality, and the most value. Financing is available. Go to mervisdiamond.com to learn more. For an appointment, call 1-800-HER-LOVE. Mervis is retailing more, why should you? Hey, Scott! It's the Back to the Future Scratch Off from the Maryland Lottery. Celebrating 40 years of the iconic film. We're giving you the chance to win up to $10,000 instantly. And you can get another shot at winning additional cash and go to our second chance contest. It's the most fun you can have without a flux capacitor. Play the Back to the Future Scratch Off from the Maryland Lottery today. Or soon. Back to the Future is operated by Universal City Studios, LLC, and Amber Entertainment Incorporated. Please play responsibly.
got to go back to the Kevin Durant thing, because when he like choked off that Western Conference Finals up 3-1 and like up 9 with a few minutes left in the fourth quarter to the Warriors, and then goes and joins them the next year. To me, that's like everything. That's like the worst possible thing an athlete can do. I got zero respect for that. I'm sorry. I mean, and he like sort of ruined the Splash Brothers. You know, it became the Kevin Durant show, and what was exciting was now boring. I have two players. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Two players that I hated but came to respect. One was Michael Jordan. They're both because I'm a huge Warrior fan. Michael Jordan and Steph Curry. Jordan came to the Wiz, and you know, when you get to root for the guy, sort of changes your perspective a little bit. Because after the Warriors lost to the Cavs in 2016, huge celebrations, all this craziness, he sat there courtside for like 10 minutes. LeBron and I, you know, for a guy like Chooses mouthpiece, looks like the cockiest guy that ever played basketball. That really turned it around for me on Steph. I thought that was incredibly classic. So,
all right, brother, we got to bounce. Thank you for the call, man.
Appreciate it.
Mitch in Woodbridge, go fast, bud.
Mitch.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Nothing much. So I hate the strong word, but I gotta say I do despise Jalen Hurts. So I'll be simple. You give the best running back in the league, probably the best, objectively the best O-line in the league, two great wide receivers, an amazing defense, and you throw Jalen Hurts in the mix. I think you have any top 20 QB, including Sam Darnold, you could put Heineke back there, and I'm going to be honest, you probably end up with a Super Bowl. So, yeah, my hate for the day definitely goes to Jalen Hurts. But we beat him next year, I think we'll.
Well done, Mitch. Well done. Andre's in Alexandria. Dre, who's an athlete you do not like?
Well, I got two of them I wanted to fight. Literally wanted to fight. And I still want to fight him to this day. The second one I don't have to explain. I just say his name, and I think everybody would nod. But the first one, Karl Malone, when he knocked David Robinson out with a cheap shot, hit him in the back of his head with that elbow. I wanted to fight him and just swell his eye up and make his eye the same size as the basketball. I don't think he can fight. He's a good cheap shotter, but I don't think he can square up and fight. That's what I want to knock out. And then the other one, I'm going to make it quick. Draymond Green. I don't need to tell a story. I just hate him.
I get that one. Jeff had him too. He might crack my list as well. Thank you, Dre. Lord
I'm gonna set up a fight for Jeff and Draymond.
So let's clear something up. A good buddy of mine, my buddy Blaine, is at various times has been in like amazing shape. He's a rugby player, like a big, strong dude, right? Mm-hmm. We were texting when we did this segment last week about how we used to have a rule, like me and him, that we would fight Mike Dunleavy Jr. if we ever saw him. Just on site with Mike Dunleavy Jr. while he was a Duke. Mm-hmm. And last week we were texting with the added wisdom of being 43 instead of 21, saying, yo, we would have gotten our asses kicked. Dude's like 6'9" and an athlete. Like, we would have gotten work. So for all the like, yo, I'm going to fight this guy, don't fight him. You could boo him from your seats, but don't fight him. All right? I don't know where there's a palace. Yo, bad idea, man. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. Everybody prepare. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what state he's in. Hello, Commander Tequila. Who do you hate?
Oh, boy.
Who do I hate? I'm in California. I hate Gerald and his Cowboys. I had to go drive by there and just poop at the stadium and bring the cows in and just bring them the loads, you know. Other than that, I just can't stand Gerald.
All right.
You know, he just needs to learn. We got to take away his yellow jacket and gold jacket because he's not a player. We need your gold jacket to be Mitch.
Thank you for the call, Commander. That was a good one. Well done. When we come back,
pooping in people's places.
Yeah, maybe take it easy with the public pooping. Yeah, but besides that, it was a good phone call. When we come back, talking sticks, and then we got a whole bunch of NFL draft news I want to run through. Nobody go anywhere.
Phoenix and Philly are presented by John Leahy and the Fine Living Group. Find out how much your home is worth in less than 30 seconds at JONSellsDMV.com.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Old Trapper, what's your beef? The Golden State Warriors are actually 0-3 in the play-in tournament. They're there once again facing the Grizzlies tonight. Since the Warriors traded for Jimmy Butler, they've rightfully been considered a title contender. But the West is funny this year, and they're a tough team to read. The Warriors can end up being a major threat this playoff season, but falling to 0-4 in the play-in seems very plausible as well. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Longing for connection? While you may love your neighbors, sometimes all you want is a family get-together. So make it special with a new fence, patio, or deck from Long Fence. Now offering 25% off. Terms and conditions apply. Go to longfence.com for a free estimate today.
Hockey is about precision, performance, and reliability. Qualities you'll find every day at Land Rover Alexandria. Visit our... Alexandria.com today. Land Rover Alexandria. Their family tradition continues.
As America's leading business lender, Bank of America is on your corner and in your corner. With over $5 billion in business loans and more than 100 business specialists right here in the DMV, we help businesses thrive so communities prosper. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/local business. Bank of America, official bank of FIFA Club World Cup 2025. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation. Always reserved.
Hey, baseball fans, there's no better place to bet the long ball than BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Swing confidently on your home run bet with BetMGM's no-sweat home run token. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your token. Then, activate your token when you place a bet on any player to hit a home run. If you lose your bet, you will receive your stake back in bonus bets. Don't miss out on our lineup of exciting promotions for the MLB season. The action is on deck at BetMGM, the king of the big swing. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. DC, Maryland, and Virginia only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For help in Maryland, visit mdgamblinghelp.org. In partnership with MGM National Harbor.
Caps fans, go all Caps, all in. 2025 playoff tickets are on sale now. Be at Capital One Arena for round one of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Make sure to check out all the latest information and lock in your tickets at watchcaps.com/tickets. Don't miss all the action this postseason. Visit watchcaps.com/tickets now.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, weekend warriors, how's a little trail therapy sound right now? Hop in. Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro 4X. Tune out all those work emails and turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of letting the kids play online, show them some epic inclines. Turn your 8-person family dinner into an exhilarating off-road adventure. The all-new Nissan Armada is here. Intelligent four-wheel drive cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
From the LindsayCars.com studios in the nation's capital, WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas and WPGC HD2 Morningside. From free agency to the NFL draft.
What do they need to do?
Bro, I am shocked by this. No one talks more Commanders than 106.7 The Fan.
Need help literally at every level of the defense. They got to strike gold on the defensive line.
What we aren't saying is
Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan. An Odyssey Sports station.
106.7 The Fan. Sports Flash.
I'm Earl Forsey. We're brought to you by Meadows Farms. Fresh plants arriving daily. Plant a little happiness. Capitals are hoping to find some momentum late in the season to get things going again, heading into the Stanley Cup playoffs. 2 games to go for the Caps, one of them tonight on the road at the New York Islanders, 7:30 p.m. on the Team 980. Caps close out the season Thursday night in Pittsburgh. Now, they're still waiting to see who their first-round playoff opponent is going to be. Montreal lost again last night, so the Canadiens failed again to clinch the second wild-card spot. That's going to come down to either Montreal or Columbus now over the final few days for the final playoff spot in the East. Baseball Nationals on the road all week, beaten in Pittsburgh last night 10-3. Nats have dropped 3 in a row and 4 of their last 5. They'll play another one in Pittsburgh tonight, set 6:40 first pitch for the Nationals here on 106.7 The Fan. NBA play-in tournament getting set to start as well. Hawks and Magic in the game in the East tonight, 7:30 p.m. in Orlando. Memphis plays at Golden State, the late game out west at 10 p.m. Winners tonight in those games will get the 7th seeds in the upcoming NBA. Meadows Farms Nurseries, we're thrilled to announce our screening sale exclusively for our VIP customers. Arbor Vitae, Florals, Nellie Stevens Olives, all on sale. Visit us at meadowfarms.com or any of our 16 convenient locations. Meadows Farms Nursery, plant a little happiness. From the Crowd Cat 5-star sports.
The Mitch and Finley on 106.7 The Fan. And always live on the free Odyssey app.
Today.
Yeah, I bet. Has any team ever had 3 of the top 6?
I don't believe so. I've had to go back and look at every year, but I mean, I know there's been 2, but 3 of the top 6, I don't believe so. Not as far as my research, but you know, I might have to dig in a little bit deeper.
All right, so I wanted the Wizards to trade up for Beckers with 3 of the top 6. They obviously didn't do that. Then I wanted them to trade up for the Victoria Wembanyama Malanga. They obviously didn't do that. Before we get to the Mystics picks, how good is Beckers? And then what is up with who Malanga?
Well, Beckers is the truth. And the most efficient player that came out of college last year. You know, national player of the year as a freshman. The only thing that ever really slowed her down was some knee injuries that took her out about a season and a half. But besides that, about her like Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark got going. And I still would say, I mean, Caitlin is who she is, but at the same time,
when Paige went down with those injuries, that kind of allowed a lot of the attention to shift towards Caitlin, because she was kind of that player that everybody was kind of talking about at that point. So she's the truth, and that's why she's in Dallas, because a lot of people made a lot of offers to Dallas or tried to call, and they weren't interested in picking up the phone. It was all Paige all the way for them. And Malanga, I mean, she's only 19 years old, but she's 6'6", athletic, can play on the perimeter, can dunk. And so she's arguably got the highest ceiling in this draft of what she could be and what she could develop into. It's always tricky a little bit with some of these foreign-born players, just because sometimes they have national team commitments and things like that. So sometimes that part is shaky, but the question is, how fast can she develop, and how quick can she get used to just the physicality of the league? But if you're talking about ceiling, she's as high as anybody in this draft.
All right. I mean,
yeah, Paige's game, she do it all, dog.
I watched. I'm gonna tell the whole truth here. Left. Of the sticks.
Sonia Citron,
3, 4, and 6.
Sonia Citron went number 3. Guard out of Notre Dame. Probably got overshadowed by Olivia Miles and Hannah Hidalgo. And the thing about her is, she's just that player that does a little bit of everything. An elite defender. She's got good, she shoots it efficiently, but at the same time, you don't really have to run stuff for her. So she can be that kind of secondary third scorer where, she gets a lot of points just off of back cuts and things like that. So you don't have to run your offense through her, but she's still super effective. It was, quite frankly, probably one of the most underrated players in college, just because she doesn't put up, you're not going to look at her stat line and see, 19 and 10 and 6 and be wowed in that way. But she's a super efficient 4, 5, and 4 kind of a player. And I think she was kind of hands down considered a top 5 pick. And it just kind of... see her extend her game a little bit, get that shot start falling a little bit farther out towards the perimeter, and she does most of her work in the post. But a really smart player, pretty good in pick and roll situations, high basketball IQ, all those kind of things that you want. The only thing that's kind of missing is you'd like to see that perimeter game become a little bit more consistent. But for this whole last year, even playing with Juju, you knew she was a lottery pick essentially the entire time. It just kind of depended on, where people kind of in front of her slotted. And I wouldn't have been surprised at all if Seattle decided to go with Kiki at number 2. That wouldn't have been a shock by any means.
If they did that, you think the Sticks would have taken Malanga?
Oh, absolutely. See, now, Malanga is probably the perfect fit for the Mystics, considering they're a team who's looking 2, 3, maybe even 4 years down the road at this point. So you would think hey, if it takes her a little bit to develop, by the time she's kind of ready to, really hit the ground running, that would be a kind of coincide with the time that Washington believes that it should be back into kind of contending space. So that was the weird thing with Seattle is you're hoping that, hey, even if she doesn't contribute right away, that you've got enough to still contend. For the Mystics, it kind of would have been a perfect fit as a player who's going to need a couple years with a franchise who's already looking a couple years down the road.
Gotcha. And talk to me about the third first round pick, point guard out of Kentucky.
Electric point guard can score. I think he averaged 19 this year. So pure point guard, super flashy, somebody that's just fun to watch and plays with personality. The only problem is she's 5'6". And there was, I do believe I counted last night, 6 or 7 players in the entire league last year that was 5'6" or shorter. And so that's the big question mark with her is will she be able to hang with the physicality of the game at this next level? But she's lightning quick and she's got a shot and she's smart and how she runs the show. It's just you start to wonder who she's going to defend and if they'll put the opposing teams will put her in bad positions that way, and will she just kind of get beat up a little bit by the physicality? But she said last night, hey, I've been short all my life and that's been part of something I've tried to overcome at every level, and she's done so far. But that's really the only knock on her is her size. Otherwise, she's an incredible offensive talent.
So a couple other things. Starting with our friend Kareem Copeland, covers women's basketball for the Washington Post. You can give him a follow at Kareem Copeland, joining us via the Rude Guest Hotline. Cope, the young lady from Maryland, Cheyenne Sellers, made it to the second round. Was that a surprise to you?
Huge surprise. I honestly thought that's where the Mystics might go at number 6.
I think you told me that, or somebody told me.
Yeah, it was just kind of depending on, because you knew Mystics were going to go a guard. It just depended on which one they ended up liking more. And Shy definitely slid. I think a couple things that kind of hampered her was she was dealing with a knee injury the entire second half of the season, and so that just kind of slowed her down, and she just wasn't herself. She honestly had to change her game, where she started working a little bit in the post and a little bit in that elbow area as a bigger guard, because she couldn't have that. They couldn't drive to the basket and plant in the exact same way that she did. And so I wonder if people kind of were worried about the way that knee lingered a little bit. But, I mean, she's a big guard that has filled every role for Maryland over the years. And I wonder if she got dinged a little bit just from the structure of the team this year, where she wasn't asked to score 15-plus points. She didn't have to. Last year, she led the team in every single category, but there was more talent on the team this year, so she had to do less. She facilitated more, and quite frankly, wasn't as healthy as she usually is. And so all of those dinged her numbers down a little bit, and I wonder if people kind of looked at that and said, and quite frankly, had a question of if that was more what you would see at the next level, as opposed to, really when she really signed and put up, kind of crazy numbers during her sophomore and junior year. But, big guards in this league that can handle the ball, that can play on the wing and guard multiple positions, those are valuable. So I think Golden State, quite frankly, got a steal, especially in the second round. You just need to get her healthy, and I think she's going to be just fine.
So left hand up, I'm going to confess something here. I don't know all of the logos for the WNBA teams. I kind of only know the Mystics. And I couldn't figure out what team had drafted. I'm looking at ESPN.com, and it just has the logo of the team. When is Golden State new?
Yeah. Golden State. This is their first their expansion team.
Oh wow!
This will be their first season. So this draft was their first draft pick, and they're kind of in an interesting situation where I kind of believe so. After next year, a new CBA is coming, right?
Yeah, dude. So I wanted to ask you about that. I just read. I think I can't remember which player it was. I got to talk to Aaliyah Edwards over the weekend, and she was really impressive. But these women are now making more money in like the 2 months they play in this unrivaled league than they are in the W, right?
So it depends on who you are, but Unrivaled did kind of put together, essentially I look at them as a startup, and they had a whole lot of great financial backings this very first year that they kind of put all the way into salaries. And so they're honestly, quite frankly, putting a little bit of pressure on the W as they're in these CBA negotiations. And so what all the W players did knew that the old salary structure would end after this 2025 season. And just last year, they also got a new media rights deal worth $2.2 billion. So with the new CBA, everybody's expecting salaries to make a significant leap forward. And so what every player did, I think there's maybe 2 veterans in the league that didn't do this, but anybody else that's not on a rookie deal, they set up their contracts to end after the 2025 season. So next year, you're looking at like 100 players that are going to be free agents, including every all-star that would be completely unrestricted free agents, because they all want to be able to sign a new deal under this new money. So that opens it up.
Like Caitlin Clark, every big star is going to be a free agent next year?
Every big star who's not on a rookie deal. So Caitlin Clark won't fall underneath that because she's still on her initial 4-year rookie deal. But anybody who's a veteran that's already passed their 4-year rookie contract, I think there were only 3 of them that signed. Even people who were signing extensions, they were only signing 1-year extensions because everybody wants to get a piece of that new money come the 2026 season. And so I think Golden State is kind of setting themselves up to be a major player in that, because if you're an expansion team in San Francisco, owned by the same folks that own the Golden State Warriors, you could go and make a run at a couple All-Stars and say, hey, come be the face of this brand new franchise in one of the best cities and best markets in the league. We got a brand new practice facility and all the bells and whistles. So I think that makes them a pretty attractive team to free agents after this 2025 season. And I think they're going to make a big push for that.
Are we talking 10 mil a year? I mean, you said it was a $2 billion rights deal.
We're not talking about going that high. Because you gotta, right now, I do believe the max salary for a single season right now is somewhere right around 250, 275, somewhere right there. Just under 300. And so the money's gonna go up, but we're not talking about 10 million a year type stuff yet.
You gotta have that type of backing for it to go up there.
They don't want to be paid the same as the NBA guys, but they want the same percentage of the pot. And that's the difference. And the pot in the W is obviously much less than the NBA. So it's not equal salary to salary, and none of them have said that, but they want the same percentage of what the pot is. And so that's the big negotiating point that we'll see in this. Quite frankly, they've already started, but it'll kind of continue for these next 12 months. It seems like.
Wow, that's all quite interesting. So do you think the Mystics did well? With the 3 top 6 picks?
I do. I think they did as well as they can, as well as they could. I've been a big Kiki fan ever since last season. Sonia was just in that tier that it was impossible to pass her up, and flashy player, but that player that everybody loves to have on their team because it makes the entire team better. The big question mark is going to be Georgia. There were some other good point guards out there, and she's an All-American and played as well as anybody in college. But the question is, does her size translate to the league as well as some of these other point guards that might be a little bit more physically blessed?
We will find out. You are
Definitely
physically
will.
blessed, Cope. Thanks for the time, buddy.
Appreciate you, brother.
I'm trying. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate you having me.
All right.
It's our boy Kareem Copeland. The haters said we wouldn't do a Mystic segment. They were incorrect. A lot going on in the NFL. We're going to circle back to that side of town. Washington has a bunch of folks visiting today. Names heard, some names you might not have. All of a sudden, sure seems like White Brian's Giants are circling the quarterback basin. Nobody go anywhere.
As the news with Jake Paul, if you want confident convenience wherever life takes you, then you need to turn to Root. With Wi-Fi compatibility, you have full control of your heating and air conditioning system right from your phone. If you forget to turn down the heat before you go on vacation, you can adjust it in seconds from the phone, and she'll get it later if something's not right. These guys are the absolute best. They have installed new systems in my house, and I felt the difference instantly.
Here's the best part, B. Those systems are whisper quiet. No more noisy interruptions, no more of that weird banging in the middle of the night. Just peace of mind. Rude's variable speed compressor ensures precise temperature and humidity control. With Rude, you can qualify for federal tax credits up to 2 G's on heat pumps through 2032. Visit rude.com/federal incentives to learn more.
Yep, that cash helps because I get cash back. Rude, the most reliable heating and air conditioning products in the DMV. And remember, if it ain't Rude, it ain't right.
Beat That You Quickly are presented by John Leahy and the Fine Living Group. Find out how much your home is worth in less than 30 seconds at JONSellsDMV.com.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. Today we have the Tigers taking on the Brewers in Milwaukee. Jack Flaherty goes for Detroit, and he's looked like an ace all season long. 2 runs or fewer in all 3 starts, with 2 of those coming against elite offenses in the Dodgers and Yankees. Tigers also bring a top 10 offense. The Brew Crew sitting in the bottom 10. We'll take a shot on the better pitcher and the better offense. Let's go with the Tigers to win at -1.
Our policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Listen to the Junkies each Wednesday for Game Show Wednesday for your chance to win a $100 gift card from Metropolitan Hospitality Group. MHG restaurants include Circa, Trio Grill, Salt, El Bebe, and Open Bar. More information at thefandc.com/contest.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
It's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia. T&Cs apply.
At IHOP, you can get a satisfying, craveable breakfast for only $7 with IHOP's House Faves. Enjoy fluffy buttermilk pancakes, your choice of hickory smoked bacon or pork sausage, and eggs your way with the Breakfast Faves combo. Or enjoy a savory ham and cheese omelet, French toast breakfast, or house scramble, all for just $7 each. Stop by today and try any of IHOP's House Faves. Available weekdays from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. For a limited time, dine-in only. Price and participation may vary by location.
This spring, FH Fur is standing with our nation's heroes. Now, schedule a $29 cooling system tune-up, and we'll donate every dollar to the Wounded Warrior Project up to $10,000. With FH Fur,
head east on Port Austin, then in a quarter mile turn left onto Bowling Drive.
Stay cool, save energy, and give back to the brave men and women who served our country. Join FH Fur in making a difference. Call 877-CALL-FUR and ask about our no breakdown guarantee, or visit FHFur.com for more.
Guys, it's Grant. It is time to build the beer snake. DC Defenders are returning to Audi Field this Sunday, April 20th, against the San Antonio Brahmas for a 5 p.m. kick. They are the only undefeated team in the UFL. They're 3-0. I love the vibe at Audi Field. The atmosphere is awesome. Fans are loud. They are into it. Be there this Sunday, 5 p.m. Food kits, big time plays, the best home
At the stop sign, turn left onto Bowling Drive.
.com/tickets. That's UFLDefenders.com/tickets.
When it comes to your money, you need a financial partner that works as hard as you do. That's why Northwest Federal's free dividend rewards checking offers up to 5% APY.
In half a mile, turn left onto Sweeney's Way.
Visit nwfcu.org to learn how to earn our highest dividend rate and enjoy other money-saving benefits, like free access to thousands of ATMs nationwide. Northwest Federal, where trust matters. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
We're very optimistic CEO of Blackrock Americas, the pioneers of the coast area. Today we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on two wheels.
Turn left onto Sweeney's Way.
When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/50/25. Taxes plus supply requires purchase a single line global limited plan or higher. For other plan,
Turn right.
straighttalk.com.
In 600 feet, arrive at the destination on your left.
Window installation, you're clear. Home improvement choice. Guys are going to talk a little football coming up next. Fire practice underway for the draft couple of defensive backs, Maxwell Hairston from Kentucky, Quincy Riley, along with Oregon offensive tackle Josh Carnley Jr. and Boston College defensive end Donovan Zaruka among those scheduled to meet with the Commanders today. We're just 9 days away from the draft next Thursday in Green Bay. Commanders 29th pick, first time since 2014. They will not be choosing in the top 25. 5 days of the hockey season caps on the road against the Islanders tonight, 7:30.
Arrive at the destination on your left.
Ball Bats and Pirates again tonight. And Pittsburgh 6:40 for that one here on the Fan. This April only, get 10% off each window with a 5-window minimum and 10% off each door. At Paul Henry's Window Installation, schedule your no pressure free estimate today at paulhenryswindows.com, your clear home improvement choice. From the Crop Metcalf 5-Star Sports Desk, I'm Earl Forsey on the Fan.
Mitch and Finley on 106.7 The Fan. And always live on the free Odyssey app.
I thought it might be Garth Brooks.
Make a U-turn, then in 600 feet, turn left onto Sweeney's Way.
I just thought that like a riders in a storm. Playing the game when I was younger. That's not what it's like.
When Val Kilmer died, there was so much talk about Heat was really good. Top Gun, obviously. Tombstone, obviously. But I also thought he was really good as Ed Morrison. We got a lot of NFL kind of moving and shaking going down right now. Tyron Smith I mean, probably a Hall of Famer. Yep, retiring left tackle for the Cowboys. He's calling it quits. I think he was on the Jets last year.
13 years. 8 Pro Bowl.
I think his body just gave out eventually. A truly excellent player. I mean, those Cowboys when they had Blitz and Zach Martin were some of the best in football. Both of them got retired. And I'm going to run through. I don't know where this list is compiled by. I imagine this is a bunch of people reporting this.
Turn left onto Sweeney's Road.
Does a good job. I think it might be just kind of information on the internet. So we're clear, I am not reporting this. I'm not learning this. We're all going to have a big old crowd visit party some of the prospects include a name we've heard a lot, Ezeraku, and the Cowboys. Hey, Harlan Viggers, Louisiana Monroe, Ollie Gordon,
In a quarter-mile, turn left onto Bowling Drive.
Speaking of player right there, that's it. Go. Corey Krofke Merritt, another running back from Arizona. Jalen Smith, corner out of Southern Cal. Josh Conrad, a tackle from Oregon. Anthony Belton, a tackle from ASC State. Wolfpack, right, Leon Duncan. Maxwell Hairston, that's a corner I've heard some good stuff about, out of Kentucky. David Walker, who we talked about yesterday, I believe, as
Turn left onto Bowling Drive.
maybe make a real impact. He's an edge rusher out of Central Arkansas, and then Quincy Riley, the other corner out of Louisville. So, I see multiple edge, multiple
In 800 feet, turn right to enter a private road.
pair of tackles.
Well, all the people that you see are positions that they could use somebody.
Yeah.
Turn right to enter a private road.
Like that. They're all here together.
I think that's over.
I hope it is.
Now, of their top 30 visits, I believe they drafted 4 people that did a top 30 last year. Here's the thing.
Arrive at the destination on your right.
30. You have the 29th pick. You only have 5 picks. 29, 61, and then everything is way north of 100. They're trying to figure out some dudes they might like. And it doesn't mean they're not taking somebody they think could go around 100 and try to trade into that spot. They want to check out some players they want more information on. And clearly, they're looking at corners, running backs, edge rusher. And I mean, maybe a little more than that, but I found that all pretty interesting. What else is pretty interesting is what's going on in New York today. After weirdly, stop me if you've heard this before, but things just seem a little off kilter in New York for the Giants. There was a period of time where they acted like Daboll doesn't go to he doesn't travel for the outside of the combine, but like for the pre-draft stuff. Like he doesn't go to workouts and stuff. Then all of a sudden he did, and they're like, yeah, well, he can do whatever he wants. Jalen Milroe, Alabama quarterback, is one.
Make a U-turn on a driveway. Then in 150 feet, turn right onto Bowling Drive.
Bama quarterback Jalen Milroe, Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders, and Louisville quarterback Tyler Shough. I think that's how you say it. Shough. I think that's like a hard.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left onto Whisper Creek Court.
Giants have already done a bunch of work on Jackson Dart and are making it very clear they're not out of the quarterback conversation, I think is the best way I would say it. What do you make of the Giants at this point?
They are confused. They're in a position now where they're desperate. And now they have to do some work. You know, they had all this stuff going on. I don't think Mara and Shane are on the same page. I think they're trying to do some things to try to put themselves in position to secure a quarterback and solidify this roster. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
So the Giants have the 3rd pick, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not taking one of these guys there. I think this is about later, or maybe even in the 2nd round. Do you think there's a chance they take a quarterback at 3?
Yep.
Really? Shador?
Possibly. I mean, the thing about it, they can sit up here and act like what they want. They have 2 quarterbacks on their roster right now. Okay? And
I think it's DeVito too, but
they're not going to want to pay them after this year the money that's there. That they will probably be trying to command. So they're going to need somebody to move forward. DeVito is not the guy. They already know that.
Right.
They keep him around for the little fun of it.
Turn left onto Whisper Creek Court.
Totally. Our guy Pat Leonard out of New York wrote a column in Sunday's New York Daily News saying,
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right to enter a private road.
Giants, NFL, because the Rams are also chasing Dart.
Well, basically, I would think that there's probably years left there.
Right.
And they're trying to move him out this year.
Right.
And they worked out a deal. And that deal is probably not no long term or whatever.
Oh, I don't think there's any secret that Russ and Jameis aren't the answer there.
Oh, hell no.
If you had to pick between Dart, and remember, Jackson Dart was recruited to USC, then he transferred to Ole Miss, 6'2", 215. Last year, he completed almost 70% of his passes, 29 touchdowns against only 6 picks. I had to pick between Dart or Milroe. Milroe, I'm curious what the accuracy numbers are. I'm pulling it up. Not as good, but better than you'd think. 64%. He only had 16 touchdowns against 11 picks last year. Milroe is obviously just an outrageous runner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Turn right to enter a private road, then in 100 feet arrive at the destination on your left.
Not close. But guys can develop. I mean, Jalen Hurts was so much further along because of the year at Oklahoma when he got drafted, but still there were real questions about his ability to be a passer. Well, hell, Josh Allen was really inaccurate coming out of college. Guys can develop. Dart is a polished, like, pocket guy now. If you're picking either one of them, who you take? What I have around.
I'll go with Dart. But if I have a system that I can, and my system is something I'm going to utilize my quarterback as eligibility, I just see more work. Because coaches, there's going to be a coach who say I can fix it. I can make them better with that athleticism.
Right, Brian, this is your team. This is your big blue New York Football Giants we're talking about. Pretty clear they're still in the market for a quarterback. Whether that happens at 3 or later remains to be seen. And the Giants do also pick, I assume that, if my math's correct, like 35, 34. Is there a quarterback you want them to draft? Or rather than just punt on this year altogether?
Yeah, I'm all in on Arch Manning.
All in on a kid that hasn't really played a year from now in a draft. You have no idea where you'll land.
There's one Super Bowl.
It's not crazy.
And a granddad who was in the damn NFL for a long time.
Sure. When we come back, we're going to make some bets.
Hey, it's Brian Mitchell. During the NBA play-in tournament, FanDuel is giving all customers a shot at $250 in bonus bets. Just join FanDuel today, and you'll get started with $250 in bonus bets and your first $5 bet wins. From three-pointers to steals to assists.
Make a U-turn on a driveway, then turn right onto Whisper Creek Court.
Sports Bar partner of NBA. FanDuel is Sportsbook, the official partner of 106.7 The Fan. You have to be 21 years or older in Pleasantville, Virginia. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable bonus bet, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling
In 300 feet, turn right onto Whisper. Turn right onto Whisper Court.
John Leahy and the Fine Living Group.
In 500 feet, keep right to stay on Whisper Court.
JON sells DMV.com. Grant and Danny.
The little keep right to stay on Whisper Court.
I kind of want to double click on that.
In 700 feet, turn right to enter a private road.
Filled with information, need to knows. Okay. Like, you got to go to Ben's Chili Bowl one time. The hottest athlete is Tom Wilson. Everyone loves the football team that hasn't won in 30-some years. I mean, what you do with the information's up to you. I think you read the information.
Grant and Danny. Now weekday afternoons from 2 to 6:30.
Phones weren't made to be broken, but life happens. So when your phone breaks, Verizon's got you.
Turn right to enter a private road, then in 100 feet arrive at the destination on your left.
Phone with unlimited ultimate.
Go with the pros at Door Pro America for all of your garage door and opener needs. From maintenance and repair to new installations, Door Pro America has been serving the DMV for over 50 years. Call 877-DOOR-PRO. Visit DoorProAmerica.com.
Caps fans go all caps, all.
Arrive at the destination on your left.
Being Capital One Arena for make sure to check out all the latest information and lock in your tickets at WashCaps.com/tickets. Don't miss all the action this postseason. Visit WashCaps.com/tickets now.
Hey there, this is Grant Paulson from my friends at Copair, telling you about real fan success stories from Copair Weight Loss. You have heard Danny and I talking about many of our listeners to the Fan who are having tremendous success. Rick joins us on the phone, an actual listener. Rick, you lost over 70 pounds on the program. How long have you been on?
Right at 26 weeks.
Rick, what were your goals when you started the program?
Well, my goal is I started out as basically a nose tackle. I was 319, 6'5". Now I'm about a middle.
Make a U-turn on a driveway, then turn left onto Scott Place.
Continuity, consistency, accountability are the three things.
Copair Weight Loss is the standard for weight loss in the D.C. area, now for 10 years. Call them at 855-888-0180 or go to copairhealth.com. Mention you heard Rick, and you can get up to 4 weeks on Copair. Call them at 855-888-0180 or go to copairhealth.com. The crack of the bat, the smell of fresh cut grass.
In 200, at the stop sign, turn right onto a driveway, then in 150 feet arrive at the destination on your left.
This offers on a stacked lineup of Traverse, Tahoe, Suburban, and more. Or do what I did, charge the bases in style with a dazzling drive-off deal of your own.
Arrive at the destination on your left.
For your pal cakes, experience the bow tie difference today at Lindsay Chevrolet in Woodbridge. You'll love it, Lindsay, LindsayChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Farms Nurseries is thrilled to announce our screening sale, exclusively for our VIP customers. Arborvitae, Skip Laurels, and Nellie Stevens Hollies, all on sale. Visit us at meadowsfarms.com or at any of our 16 convenient locations. Meadows Farms Nurseries, plants a little happiness.
Hockey is about precision, performance, and reliability. Qualities you'll find every day at Land Rover Alexandria. Visit our state-of-the-art facility featuring an extensive selection of luxury SUVs designed to handle any terrain. And with our world-class service center, we'll keep your vehicle performing at its peak. Browse inventory and schedule your appointment at LandRoverAlexandria.com today. Land Rover Alexandria. The family tradition continues.
Save up to $200 off every fiberglass window. Replacing windows? Have your questions answered before making such a serious investment. TheWindowMan.com is the educational window company. They educate, you decide. No pressure, games, or gimmicks since 1989. Operate full-size fiberglass windows in their all-new Fairfax showroom and compare side-by-side with national competitors' actual products. And for a limited time, save up to $200 off every fiberglass window at TheWindowMan.com. TheWindowMan.com. Infinity replacement windows only. Minimums and installation required.
This is
system.
This is the Mitch Finley on 106.7 The Fan. And always live on the free Odyssey app.
Make a U-turn on the driveway, then in 150 feet turn right onto Whisper Court.
3:30
In a quarter-mile turn right onto Whisper Creek Court.
The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. The raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been.
Jeff, you like this one?
And the thunder rolls.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Whisper Creek Court. In 400 feet, turn right onto Whisper Creek Court.
In a house across town.
What is this song about? The wife's cheating on the guy?
Pacing by the telephone,
Guy's cheating on the wife?
in her favorite flannel gown.
Oh.
Asking for a miracle.
Michael
She's not
gave me a
right.
physical.
Turn right onto Whisper Creek Court. Then in 100 feet, arrive at the destination. In 100 feet, arrive at the destination.
So this Braves reporter last night, I think this was last night, he got this girl's phone number while doing a sideline reporting hit. And people are like mad. Although all I'm seeing is people saying how lame it is to be mad. I'm not actually seeing anybody that's mad. Like, if you're mad about this, just relax a little. Like, these are adults, and it sure seemed like the lady thought it was cool and funny. Like, I think we're good with it, right? Like, everybody just relax a little bit.
Man, he kind of went outside, though.
Why? What'd he do?
Because, bro, women love confidence. And he went smack at the lady and said, yeah, they told me to get your number. Nah, bro, you were supposed to just, yeah, can I have your number?
Continue southwest on Whisper Creek Court. Then make a U-turn on Whisper Creek Court.
Yeah, they telling me to get your number in my ear. That's where he went outside. I was stepping out.
He got her number. Damn, how you like them apples?
But he was scary with it. Yeah, my boys told me to get your number in my ear. No, you don't do that.
Have you watched it?
Yes, she literally said, oh.
In 900 feet, turn left to enter a private road.
That's in that tweet earlier. And they asked me, was it game or was it lame? I said, it was lame when he said, they told me to get your number. I said, it would have been game if he would have just went on about it and got her number. Because he wanted it.
I hear what you're saying.
Turn left to enter a private road. Then in 100 feet, arrive at the destination on your right.
Confident with it, bro. Don't throw your boys in there.
White Brian, when you first met Rose, how did you approach her? With confidence?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did you say? Hey, I'm White Brian. Whoa, I wear a size 12 shoe.
I met my friend first. At the beach, and then they came back to the house for a party.
Whoa, you met her late night?
No, it was during the day.
Okay.
Arrive at the destination on your right.
Well, it's teacher orientation.
That's why you have spring break coming up.
She is a real estate agent, not a teacher. And we don't have spring break coming up, unfortunately.
Some of us do. Hello, B.
What up?
You think the Braves dude did anything wrong getting that girl's phone number?
No. You think he did?
Some people...
It was a bit. The people in the studio were telling me he had to get the number.
So here's apparently the thing that people got mad about, right? Is some dude, Tyler Weiss, said, according to the Society of Professional Journalists Code of Ethics, journalists should avoid conflicts of interest, real or perceived, avoid pandering to lurid curiosity, even if others do.
Tell Tyler shut the hell up.
All right, Jeff, I do need to circle back to something you just tweeted out. Pawnee, Nebraska is offering to pay Americans $5 G's and $50,000 towards a new home if they move to Pawnee. But you actually move there. Why not? He'll be back. I don't know that you're going to make Pawnee great again, dog.
I'm going to turn Pawnee up. Play all the music. I'm going to be the only DJ in town.
Yeah, you might be the only lots of things in town.
500 people there. You go to a damn party, it might be 20 people. Everybody else got to go work.
Pawnee is also the name of the fictional town in Parks and Rec. This is actually Pawnee City, Nebraska. Jeff, there's a Casey.
Make a U-turn on a driveway, then 100 feet turn left.
I've pulled up Pawnee, and not a lot going on there. I got it.
In 600 feet turn right to enter a private road.
But I don't know that this is the place for you, buddy.
May I flip it, brother?
Make Pawnee bump. All right, bets. I lost last night. This is what I get for hatering.
Hatering?
I bet against the Nets.
Hating?
Yeah, Mitch lost and everyone in the aquarium won.
Damn, haters. Now
Turn right to enter a private road, then in 100 feet arrive at the destination on your right. Arrive at the destination on your right.
Oh, I meant to read something. You know who we're rooting for tonight? The damn Grizzlies. Wow. Bullets Forever tweeted this out. Just a reminder for Wizards fans. We are all Grizzlies fans tonight. If the Grizzlies don't make it out of the play-in, that first round pick coming from Memphis vanishes and turns into 2 seconds. So because of that,
if they win the pick in the lottery,
you know how they like protect all these draft picks and stuff? I'm sure it's like if Memphis makes the playoffs, you get a first rounder. If they miss the playoffs, you get a second.
Oh, it's something they had traded before.
Yeah, it's already done. And I don't even think it's for this year. I don't know when it is. I see it all the way up to 7.
Yeah, it was at 5.5 yesterday.
Give me the Grizz.
Give me the Warriors.
Give me Ja.
Paolo, 30 points.
What?
Give me the Warriors and the Magic. I'm going all the way out.
Are you taking both favorites on a play-in?
Make a U-turn on a driveway, then turn right onto Whisper Creek Court.
That's what David Stern wanted. All of us talking about the play-in. We're kind of making fun of him. Thank you to everybody that listened to the program. Thank you to Jordan Reed. Thank you to Mars.
In a quarter mile, turn left to enter a private road.
Called in the What Athletes Do We Hate segment is a lot of fun. And we're going to continue it. Tell us what athletes he hates next week. Great Danny coming your way next. I got a packed show. You made it this far. Jeff owes you a parking spot.
Are presented by John Leahy and the Fine Living Group. Find out how much your home is worth in less than 30 seconds at JONSellsDMV.com.
This is Andrew Perloff with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The New York Giants are doing one last workout with Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders today. They sit at number 3 in the draft. There are a lot of insiders who speculate they are not going to take a QB that high.
Turn left to enter a private road, then in 100 feet arrive at the destination on your left.
A while. This should be a no-brainer when you draft this high. But for this particular Giants front office, nothing seems to be easy. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Arrive at the destination on your left.
Favorites at Whole Foods Market. Save 30% on no antibiotics ever. Bone-in spiral cut yams with prime through April 15th. Carve into this juicy, sweet centerpiece for your celebratory spread. While supplies last, shop in store or online in terms of quantity. It's taping.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. There's a local expert CDC, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. So they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. Here's the best part. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Not happy? They'll come back between visits to make it right. Don't wait. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
For Mervis Diamond Importers, I'm Ronnie Mervis. If you're looking for a diamond, you owe it to yourself to search for the best deal. Mervis Diamond imports direct from the mines, cutting out the middlemen. Our quality is exceptional and so are our prices. And that's why Mervis Diamond is the only smart choice. We're proud to be the diamond dealer by which all others compare themselves. No one else has the selection and value which makes Mervis famous. You'll see more diamonds in every size and every shape than you ever imagined in your wildest dreams. So when you're ready, compare around town and then come to us live. You that Mervis Diamonds is that.
Make a U-turn on a driveway, then in 100 feet turn left onto Whisper Creek Court.
Diamonds are all we do, so we do it right. Someday, all diamonds will be sold to Mervis.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Bowling Drive.
Means more diamonds, much better quality, and the most value. Financing is available. Go to mervisdiamond.com. For an appointment, call 1-800-HER-LOVE.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
32 followers. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Bowling Drive.
Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Kentucky Avenue.
Free equipment and unlimited internet data. Plus, get one unlimited 5G mobile line. Get it all for $40 a month for 1 year. And ask how you can get a free 5G phone. Visit
Turn right onto Kentucky Avenue.
Store today. Restrictions apply with paperless billing.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto a driveway.
Rate increases to $70 per month. After 2 years, paper rates apply. Access fees vary and not guaranteed.
This is the story of Malone. Malone specialist in university housing. Homes, college students can enter in local care. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Granger comes in. Industrial grade products with fast and affordable delivery. Granger carries the quality products he needs. Visit Granger.com or just stop by. For the ones who get it done.
When you buy a new house, you might say,
Shut the front door.
winning,
No, seriously. Shut the front door. We own this house now.
but you actually need to say,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm agent, choose the coverage you need. Welcome to my crib. No one says that anymore, but I don't care. So just remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much for
Turn right onto a driveway.
Switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Basing the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious
Arrive at the destination on your left.
gold to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match and bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Brought to you by Reynolds and Tower Home Team, Keller Williams Realty.
From the LindsayCars.com studios in the nation's capital, WJFK FM and HD1 Manassas and WPGC HD2 Morningside. From free agency to the NFL draft.
What do they need to do?
Bro, I am shocked by this. No one talks more Commanders than 106.7 The Fan.
We need help literally at every level of the defense. They got to strike gold on the defensive line.
We aren't saying
Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan. An Odyssey Sports station.
I'm Earl Corsi. We're brought to you by Reynolds and Power Home Team, Keller Williams Realty. Final week of the season for the Caps, 2 games to go, and hoping to get things turned around. They've dropped 2 straight 3 of 4 heading into tonight's game on the New York Islanders. 7:30 face-off over on the Team 980. Capitals still don't know who their first-round playoff opponent's going to be. Montreal lost again last night. Canadians failed again to clinch the second wildcard spot. That's going to come down to either Montreal or Columbus now in the final few days of the season.
Football preps continue at Ashburn. Couple of defensive backs, Maxwell Hairston, Kentucky, Louisville's Quincy Riley in town today.
Make a U-turn. In a quarter mile, turn right. Turn right, then turn right. Arrive at the destination on your left.
Thanks for listening to us. We'll take you up to 6:10 ahead of Charlie Slow's Dave Dagler and pregame of Nationals baseball right here on the Fan. Speaking of the Nats, last night they could not hit against Paul Skeens. They lose in Pittsburgh. And it's a pretty big night for the Capitals. 7:30 puck drop against the New York Islanders tonight. They've got 2 games left tonight and Thursday in Pittsburgh as they try to hit a switch here and get a little momentum going into the postseason.
It'd be really nice if they did. Just for my own feelings. You've got a more mature outlook about it where, for you, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You said it doesn't carry over as much. It's, it's about health for you, match the opponent, get into a series. For me, it would just make me feel better. I mean, that's all. I just would like the good team to play good again. I don't want the group that's been here for the last month that's given up way more goals than they did the first 60 games, that is struggling to score at times and just sort of looks tired, lethargic, and not into it and giving away periods at a time. Just make me feel good going into the postseason, which is coming. They've earned it. That 1 seed, they put in the work.
Turn right to enter a private road.
So they're not playing as well. Their goaltending's been bad over the last couple of weeks. Their defense in front of the goaltending has been way choppier and not as consistent. And some of their best players have played, I would say, some of their worst stretches here. I don't think John Carlson is necessarily finishing as strong as he played much of.
In 600 feet, turn left.
I'm not overly concerned because I don't know how much momentum matters, and I'm willing to say whoopsie and apologize if they get knocked out in the first round pretty quickly. If it's a series where they play really badly, and it was pretty clear that there was something cancerous wrong with this team. But I think there's a better chance they win their first round series by 5 games than they lose, in my opinion. I just think they're really good, and I think when they care as much as their opponent, that's going to show. But I'm also not naive. I don't think Charlie Lindgren's a guy you're necessarily winning the series with based on how he's played. They need Logan Thompson back. I also think it's really pertinent that Alexi Protas, who is their best even-strength skater this year, statistically, plays in their first-round series. We don't know if he's coming back. But I'm just not going to get up in arms over games where you get blown out and Ovechkin and Chychrun and Protas and Thompson and even Lindgren weren't playing. Or more recently, when you lose a game and John Carlson sat. If you're willing to say, obviously, that they are prioritizing rest and making sure that everybody's ready to go in the playoffs by way of their lineups, which have been completely thrown into a blender and guys just completely resting like it's the NBA over this final week to get ready for game 1, then it's hard for me to be 100% onto the side of, man, they really care about this. They don't care that much. We're acknowledging that, right? In terms of the roster that they're putting together for these games. So maybe it's hard to fake it as a player. I just think these games stay healthy. They're useless in terms of the results. So I can't get overly worried when you look at the recent history over 5-6 years and how many teams that have made cup runs had losing records in their last 6-7 games.
Makes sense. I mean, to me,
Head northeast, then turn right onto Trinity Church Road.
and then it's kind of what I
I'm
keep
not
coming
some
back
tough
to.
guy that's like, who cares if they lose 6-0? My point is, I don't know how much it matters, but I'd feel a lot better if they hadn't got blown out and outscored 11-1 by Columbus this weekend.
My only counter is that I just think it's so hard to get it back, whatever it is. Like, for the first 60 games of the season, it was so awesome, incredible. 60-minute lapses. You know, tough road trips. There's getting in at 3 in the morning. Your plane's delayed, and whatever, it happens, right? You drop a game here or there. You didn't have your best period, or had some bad luck. Stuff happens.
In a quarter-mile, turn right.
Well, months of the year, I got 60-plus games. They were excellent, and they simply haven't been for these last 20 or so. And that's kind of my fear, is it's hard to turn it back on.
Turn right.
Reasonable ask for them to play 82 games at that level. Not because
I think it's fair.
They, can't, but because this group shouldn't have, really. I mean, they weren't even supposed to be this good. So I think what happened...
In 400 feet, enter a private road.
He came back to the pack a little bit. Is it hard to hit the switch? Definitely. I will agree to your terms there. But in the NHL, I just don't necessarily believe in the momentum from the regular season. Like, does your goalie have a great game in game one? Now it doesn't matter. Do you get some puck luck where your pass goes off of a dude's skate and goes into the net 2 minutes into the playoff game? In a way that other sports don't have that happen. And I'm not saying I'm right, it's just my philosophy. I don't really get up or down too much game to game, even in the playoffs. When you go down 2-0, you're probably losing the series. That stinks. But I kind of... the games are quirky. It's fluky. 8s beat 1s sometimes. And that could happen to the Capitals. But I just think that, when the entire team is on the ice together for the first time in a few weeks, they're going to look better than when they weren't at full strength. What we don't know, though, is the health of Thompson.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be ready to play because he's skating again today. And then the health of Protas, which I'm less sure about. That one worries me a lot because he was really important. And as big and physical as he can be around the net and as much as he can screen goaltenders, not having him would be a game changer in a really bad way. So we haven't heard anymore. He got his foot sliced. And if you can't put your skate on, you can't play. So I just don't know where
That's
we're
a
at
huge
on that.
part of it. Like, you need to wear skates on both feet.
What if he didn't? What if he did the thing I did, where when I was in roller hockey as a young kid, I just wore tennis shoes and everyone else was on rollerblades because I was younger and then I led the league in goals because I could just run around.
You could stop and change on a dime. Maybe not as fast in a straightaway, but you could get your spots.
Corked my bat and set all kinds of records.
Yeah.
And I put up numbies.
Well, speaking of cork bats, you think the Nats could have hit Paul Skeens with a cork bat yesterday?
No. Because I don't... That might help with how hard you hit it.
If you actually got a piece
but
of
you
it.
have to kind of hit it on a good...
Turn right onto Trinity Church Road.
Yesterday. They might have got to him in the 14.
At least we saw it coming. At least you knew. Yeah. Get that one out of the way to start the series. Now let's put some hay in the barn here.
Yeah. Hey, anybody in a slump? Let's extend that one more day.
As a minimum, we probably got to take 2 of these 3 to feel okay leaving Pittsburgh. It'd be nice to take
In 250 feet, turn right to enter a private road.
an offense for the Pirates. Now, the Nats bullpen is worse than the Pirates offense is. So when two things collide and neither of them can actually move another object,
In 700 feet, arrive at the destination on your left, 9779 Trinity Church Road.
and hung 10 on the Nats. Because they scored 8 on the bullpen in 2+ innings. But keep using Colin Poche. That's going well. I can't watch that bullpen anymore, and it's April 15th. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, no.
I mean, it's tax day, and I'm out on this bullpen. This happened way too soon.
Well, who are you going to call? Who's the other answer?
This is the baseball equivalent. Let me speak football for those of you out there that want to do it that way. This is the baseball equivalent to...
Head east on a driveway, then in 80 feet turn right onto Trinity Church Road.
Where the report today from Adam Schefter was that there are people in the building that want to take it. And this private workout is to get everybody on the same page, basically, 9 days before the NFL draft. So, same prospect. Makes it the draft game. And we're hearing he might go 3 to the Giants.
In 250 feet turn right to enter a private road.
It's always wacky this time of year, but with him, for some reason, he's so polarizing. It's that into a megaphone.
So Toby and I were kicking this around the other day while you were at Denton Day's wedding. Not to this degree, but talking about this. I think people are underestimating the Deion factor when it comes to this and the variance. Because if this is Shedeur Stevens, just a guy who's a quarterback, there are going to be teams that would go, you know, in a different year, he might be the 5th or 6th best prospect. This is not a great year for quarterbacks. He might be the 2nd best, maybe the 3rd best. Maybe some people like him the most because he's a stand in the pocket, deal with all the numbers, throw the first guy with some athleticism, and you can coach it. You can play with it. I think the fact that Samuel has been in this overbearing presence, he's not going to certain places where teams are ordering. One of those places is me, and
I'm wondering that, because that's part of the conversation that's happening behind the scenes right now. If that's a reality, and by the way, I don't think beggars can be choosers. I don't get the sense Shedeur Sanders is shot calling right now at the top of the board. But to that point, you're wondering if you're Cleveland, you go, hey, you get change the world then. I think there are teams that know they're not one of the desired places. So maybe that's why. You really think that Deion is in a position with Shedeur Sanders where he's telling teams he's not going to play for them early in the draft?
I mean, he said he has. He said he's but I think that's a factor because even let's say he's not doing that. He's still Deion Sanders. It's still an outsized, larger than life persona. It's still your mention on the podcast, right? That Deion's going to be doing, even when he's signing guys to NIL and asking reporters if they believe in him and believe in the organization and believe in Colorado and have you contributed and this, that, and the other. When he's doing his podcast, he'll start running your franchise down. If Shedeur goes, they lose their first 2 games. I think people are underestimating the outsized influence that he has when it comes to the prospect. Like, if he was surefire, so excellent, you go, Dan with torpedoes, I don't care. He's too good. Because he's got wrinkles, because he's not an imperfect prospect, not that many come out, but I think that's a bigger factor than we're I guess, discussing here. And I think that's why you see this degree of variance from he could go second to Cleveland or not in the first round at all. I can't remember that many of those.
No, there aren't many. He is ultra polarizing, and I think one of the biggest reasons why is that.
Make a U-turn, then in 150 feet turn right onto Trinity Church Road.
I think everybody talks about with Shedeur Sanders is his dad. Now, if you're saying his dad is calling shots and dictating terms and telling certain teams he won't be playing for them, and that's being underreported or under-discussed, then you may be very right about that, because I would bet against that. I think there was a time where he put that out there to say,
in a quarter-mile turn left onto a driveway.
But a lot of this stuff ends up always just being fluff. Remember when Caleb Williams wasn't going to go to the Bears, or he wanted an ownership stake, or his...
Turn left onto a driveway, then in 150 feet arrive at the destination on your left.
Percent clip. I remember John Elway not wanting to play for the Ravens, or I guess it was the Colts at the time, and Eli Manning didn't want to go play for the Chargers. And there have been a couple of guys who have done that. But by and large, it hasn't really happened to the extent that is promised. I also just think, and again, I could be wrong and speculating, but...
Arrive at the destination on your left.
Prospect that gets to do that necessarily. So I think they're now in a place where, would they like to steer him to the Giants? I'm sure they'd much rather him be in New York than Cleveland. But I don't think he'd be upset going to the Cleveland Browns. I bet he'd be giddy to come off the board number 2, where you're going to start over Joe Flacco maybe in week 1, and you were just the 2nd pick in the NFL draft. But I'm just surprised by the entire conversation around him, because I actually like him as a quarterback a lot more, it seems like, than the consensus. His fatal flaw, if he's going to have one, is taking sacks. He took 1 million sacks at Jackson State, and then, 1 million more at Colorado over the last couple of years. He is a ball holder. I mean, he is in the pocket forever, trying to wait and let things develop. But there are other guys in their careers that were ball holders like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers who would have high sack totals and still make all the throws. I just think he's got a huge arm. Mm-hmm. He can spin it anywhere on the field. He can throw it down the field. He's ultra confident. Some of the demeanor stuff that maybe people don't like, where he's wearing a hoodie over his eyes in a television interview, or whatever the dumb things you're hearing people complain about. Is he the CEO of the Fortune 500 company? I don't know. But I know that I think from a sheer quarterbacking standpoint, size, arm strength, some of those boxes you need checked, I actually think he should absolutely be drafted in the first round in a year where we're being told it's not a great quarterback class.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually, again, put whatever you want to put aside, personality, off field, whatever. Just watching him play football, I go, there's a lot to like here.
Same.
He's accurate, arm strength is there, and he's patient. He'll let. The whole point here is, I'm here to throw the football. I'm not here to dance around. I'm not here to run around. I'm not here to, and if that's your cup of tea, it's not quite Drew Bledsoe lead feet, but it's closer to that than it is first sign of trouble, I'm bailing out Johnny Manziel style.
I think it's Stroudish. Like, I think there is actually more athleticism and more ability to make a play with his feet and maybe even eventually scramble and do some things than he'd let on. But he's got the rocket arm, and he knows it. I'm not saying he's as good a prospect as Stroud, who got run down last year because of the S2 cognition test or whatever that stupid rumor was, and then he ended up going number 2 years ago, and
he did just fine. Yeah,
he's a franchise quarterback.
Make a U-turn on a driveway, then in 200 feet turn left onto Trinity Church Road.
It gets way too much credence and then in the back, and it's almost like if we go back to 1 month before the draft, that is better than whatever comes after. But I will say, and I will admit, I would want nothing to do with dealing with Deion Sanders. If I was going to draft Shedeur,
in 200 feet turn right.
I would say, hey man, we want you, we like you, we're going to coach you up, we're a great home, you're a grown up now, I ain't dealing with your dad. So let prime time, whatever he wants me to.
In 1,000 feet enter a private road.
Let him know that you're a big boy and you're working with us, and your dad can go do his thing in Colorado. We're having a baby in this room. The vending machine's over there with the granola bars. That's where you sit. I sit here. I deliver the baby. And if he doesn't want to rock with that, then maybe we're not a fit. But I would not play the Deion Sanders game. I'm just not doing that. I don't do the let's post videos of Baker Mayfield's missed throws because I'm Odell Beckham Jr.'s dad. I don't do the parent thing. It's not for me.
Enter private road.
Are you able to separate that? That's up to him. You personally can, but you can.
In 200 feet, arrive at the destination on your right.
Be shoehorned to something.
Arrive at the destination on your right.
That's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. Again,